In the wisdom of Epicus, one of the esteemed titans of Stoic philosophy, lies a profound observation. We have 2 ears and 1 mouth, so that we can listen twice as much as we speak. This simple yet powerful statement unveils the essence of our conversations. Stoicism, with its manifold teachings, serves as a compass, guiding us toward meaningful and balanced interactions. However, amidst the vast expanse of Stoic principles, certain nuances and subtleties often remain overshadowed by more widely known lessons. Today we embark on a journey to unveil 7 subjects that merit prudent avoidance in our dialogues. Join me as we delve into these lesser discussed tenets, arming ourselves with the knowledge to engage thoughtfully and serenely in the world around us. Before we commence, I would appreciate it if you could like this video, helping me to further spread the wisdom of Stoic philosophy. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I highly recommend you do so for continuous exploration and understanding of Stoicism's profound teachings. Subscribe and activate the bell so you don't miss any video. Subject number 1: other people's flaws. We've all found ourselves in situations, whether at a casual gathering, during a coffee break, or in a digital chat group, where the conversation subtly shifts from casual banter to discussing someone else's actions, choices, or character. The allure of gossip can be powerful, but what do we truly achieve by indulging in it? At its core, this practice sidetracks us from our personal growth journey, sowing seeds of negativity in our minds and the environment around us. For instance, picture a family dinner where Aunt Martha's penchant for being perennially late becomes the evening's gist. Or think about those moments in the office pantry when colleagues gather, murmuring about someone's attire that might not meet the standard. While these conversations might offer a brief, fleeting sense of camaraderie or superiority, they erode the bonds of trust and companionship over time. A common misconception is that discussing others' flaws makes us more vigilant about our own. However, it does the opposite. In our pursuit of mindful and serene conversations, it's imperative to recognize the detrimental effects of dwelling on other people's imperfections. Join me in our ongoing exploration of Stoic principles by subscribing and activating the bell for more insightful discussions. Let's strive for conversations that uplift and inspire rather than ones that foster negativity and division. Subject number 2: your personal wealth or lack of it. In our digital age, where a casual scroll through social media often exposes us to displays of affluence and curated success, discussing personal wealth or the lack thereof has become a precarious territory. On one side, there's the subtle pressure to keep up with the Joneses, and on the other, a fear of being perceived as lacking. Yet beneath these discussions and comparisons lies a turbulent undercurrent of emotions: envy, pride, insecurity, or sometimes even despair. Imagine this scenario. You're at a gathering where friends are discussing their recent vacations. One visited the Maldives and stayed in an overwater villa. Another explored the romantic streets of Paris. Listening to their tales, you feel a pang, maybe envy or a sense of inadequacy. In these moments, it's crucial to pause and remember the wisdom of Stoic philosophy. Instead of letting comparisons and discussions about personal wealth dictate our emotions, we can choose a different path. Epictetus, another prominent figure in Stoicism, urged us to focus on what is within our control. Our financial status, to a large extent, may not be entirely within our control, but our reactions and attitudes certainly are. By acknowledging that envy and comparison only lead to discontentment, we can redirect our energy towards gratitude and contentment with our own circumstances. It's worth embracing the idea that personal wealth does not define our worth or success. Join me in the journey of cultivating a Stoic mindset by subscribing and activating the bell for more reflections on meaningful and balanced living. Let's free ourselves from the shackles of comparison and pave the way for authentic joy and fulfillment. If you couldn't afford a vacation this year or chose to save for something else, the immediate reaction might be to either defensively justify your choices or alternatively share a past experience to level the playing field. Take a contrasting scenario. You've recently received a significant raise at work or made a profitable investment. At a dinner with friends, the topic of finances comes up, and it might feel tempting to mention your recent gains, not entirely out of arrogance, but perhaps to share your joy. Yet, as the words flow, you notice the subtle shifts in body language, a friend's downcast eyes, another's polite yet distant smile. Suddenly, a light-hearted gathering takes on a different hue. Amidst these dynamics, it's invaluable to remember the teachings of Epicurus, who said, "Wealth consists not in having great possessions, but in having few wants." True wealth is not just materialistic affluence, but a state of contentment. It's about understanding and appreciating what we have, rather than yearning for what we don't. Sharing and celebrating success is wonderful, but it's essential to tread with sensitivity and awareness, ensuring we're not inadvertently sowing seeds of inadequacy or discontent in ourselves or others. Conversely, feeling content with our financial status, regardless of societal standards, is an empowering stance. It frees us from the emotional roller coaster of constant comparison. To cultivate a Stoic approach to wealth, consider reflecting on your own relationship with money. Does discussing it bring you genuine joy, or does it stem from a place of wanting validation? Recognizing this can guide our conversations towards authentic connections and away from the pitfalls of comparison. Subscribe and activate the bell for more insights on embracing a Stoic mindset, and let's navigate the terrain of wealth with wisdom and compassion. More authentic and harmonious exchanges, after all. The most meaningful richness lies not in our bank accounts, but in the depth of our relationships, the quality of our character, and the tranquility of our souls. The past can be a teacher, but it shouldn't be the driver of our present journey. Subject number 4, predicting the future. The human mind, with its incredible imagination and analytical prowess, has always been captivated by the idea of predicting the future. From deciphering patterns in nature to seeking answers in the stars, our ancestors too have tried to unveil what lies ahead. Today, in our age of data and advanced technology, the desire to foresee the future remains strong. While it's natural to plan and prepare, becoming overly fixated on predicting every aspect of our future can lead to unnecessary stress and anxiety. Life is inherently unpredictable, and the future often unfolds in ways we couldn't have foreseen. The Stoic philosophy teaches us to focus on what is within our control and to accept the uncertainties that come with life. Subscribing and activating the bell will keep you informed about more insights on embracing a Stoic mindset. Let's explore the art of finding peace in the present moment and navigating the future with resilience and wisdom. Algorithms that quest continues, albeit in different forms. Yet, while foresight and planning are commendable, obsessively trying to predict every twist and turn can become an exhausting, often anxiety-ridden endeavor. Let's step into the shoes of Maya, a young woman about to graduate from university. The possibilities are vast, but so are the uncertainties. Every dinner conversation with family turns into a speculation fest about job prospects, potential cities to move to, and the nature of the economy in the next 5 years. Friends constantly discuss potential career paths, comparing prospects and probabilities. The result? Maya feels an overwhelming pressure and anxiety stemming not from the present, but from the myriad unpredictable futures. As these waves of uncertainty and anxiety rise, it's worth pondering on Seneca's observation. We suffer more often in imagination than in reality. While it's practical and even wise to be informed and prepared, constantly discussing and speculating about an uncertain future can magnify imagined challenges, turning them into looming threats. More often than not, many of these predicted scenarios never come to pass, or if they do, they're rarely as daunting as our minds had amplified them to be. What Stoicism teaches us here is the importance of balancing preparation with acceptance. Subscribing and activating the bell will keep you informed about more insights on embracing a Stoic mindset. Let's explore the art of finding peace amidst uncertainty and cultivating resilience in the face of the unpredictable future. Object number 5. Petty controversies. The value of embracing the present moment instead of getting lost in the maze of what-ifs is about grounding ourselves in the what is. While we can't control every facet of the future, we can control our actions and responses in the present. By reducing the time spent on endless speculations, we can redirect our energies towards actionable, meaningful steps that align with our values and goals. While discussing potential futures can be enlightening, it's essential to strike a balance. The true beauty of life lies not in predicting every sunset and sunrise, but in marveling at the hues of the present moment, confident in our ability to adapt and thrive, come what may. The magnetic pull of controversy is deeply woven into the fabric of our social interactions. It caters to our innate curiosity and desire for connection, even if it's over topics that, in the grand scheme of things, might seem insignificant. Such controversies might appear harmless at first glance, yet their insidious nature lies in their ability to consume our mental bandwidth and divert our focus from matters of genuine substance. Jenna, an ambitious young writer, knows this all too well. On a bright Sunday morning with a fresh cup of coffee in hand, she settles down to pen a few chapters of her novel. However, a buzzing notification draws her attention to a trending topic on social media, a debate over a celebrity's new hairstyle. She reads a comment, then another, formulates a reply, and soon finds herself descending down a rabbit hole of opinions and counter-opinions. Hours later, the page she intended to fill with her creativity remains blank. Her initial enthusiasm, a distant memory. Now, extrapolating from Jenna's experience, it's easy to see the broader implications. These minor distractions, if allowed to persist, can accumulate, morphing into significant obstacles in our personal and professional lives. They shift our conversations, dominate our free time, and more worryingly, begin to shape our self-worth and perception based on fleeting, often shallow metrics. The wisdom of Epicurus offers guidance in such scenarios. It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. This sentiment reminds us that while we cannot always control the influx of controversies in our environment, we hold the reins when it comes to our engagement. By consciously choosing where we direct our attention, we reclaim our mental space, ensuring that it's reserved for endeavors that align with our aspirations and values. But how do we cultivate this discernment? It starts with self-awareness. By regularly evaluating our motivations behind participating in a controversy, we can discern whether it's out of genuine interest or mere habit. It's also beneficial to curate our information sources, ensuring that what we consume aligns with our goals and values. To immerse oneself in the vast ocean of controversies is a choice. Yet, with awareness and intention, we can sail these waters, anchoring ourselves in discussions of depth and substance and steering, clear of the ephemeral whirlpools that seek to draw us in. Subject number 6. Vain displays of knowledge. The journey towards discernment is continuous, but with each conscious decision, we move closer to a life of purpose, undeterred by the fleeting storms of petty controversies. The pursuit of knowledge is a noble endeavor, yet it can sometimes lead us astray when the intent behind it shifts from personal growth to mere showmanship. Flaunting knowledge without genuine purpose is akin to hoarding treasures in a chest and displaying them for fleeting admiration, rather than using them to enrich one's life or the lives of others. Take the case of Arya, a passionate reader who always had a book in hand. Over time, her love for learning gave her a vast reservoir of knowledge on diverse topics. However, as she began to receive admiration for her intellect, a subtle change occurred. Instead of sharing knowledge to enlighten or assist others, her conversations started taking on a different tone. Whenever discussions arose, Arya would interject with obscure facts, often derailing the conversation's flow or overshadowing others' contributions. Instead of fostering connections and understanding, her interactions began to create distance and subtle alienation among her peers. While it's commendable to be well-informed and knowledgeable, the essence of acquiring wisdom is not just in its accumulation, but in its apt application. Knowledge, when used as a tool for vanity, can become isolating. It can transform from a bridge that connects people to a wall that distances them. Seneca once said, "True happiness is to enjoy the present without anxious dependence upon the future." In the context of embracing Stoicism, the value lies not just in possessing knowledge, but in using it judiciously, with humility, and for the betterment of oneself and society. Subscribing and activating the bell will keep you tuned in for more insights on navigating the delicate balance between knowledge and humility in our journey of personal growth. Subject number 7. Obsessive self-criticism. In our discussion, this could be interpreted as enjoying the process of learning and sharing knowledge genuinely without the anxiety of constantly proving oneself or seeking validation. A genuine display of knowledge is not in reciting facts, but in applying them meaningfully, aiding understanding, fostering connections, and using what we know to uplift ourselves and others. It's about knowing when to speak, what to share, and how to communicate, ensuring that the essence of the message is not lost in the clamor for recognition. In our journey of continuous learning, it's crucial to frequently introspect and evaluate our intentions. Are we seeking knowledge to grow, or are we seeking it to glow? By aligning our quest for knowledge with the genuine intention of personal growth and positive contribution, we can ensure that our wisdom becomes a beacon of light for ourselves and those around us, rather than a mere decorative lamp admired but not illuminating. In an era where perfection is often celebrated, it's common for many of us to hold ourselves to incredibly high standards. While aiming for excellence can drive progress, incessantly critiquing every action and thought can become counterproductive. Imagine tirelessly preparing for an important presentation or project, only to constantly belittle your efforts, second-guessing every choice, or worrying about each word you'd say. Instead of allowing room for growth, this self-critical mindset becomes a barrier to success. Recognizing the fine line between striving for improvement and paralyzing oneself with self-criticism is essential. The Stoic philosophy encourages us to embrace our imperfections, understanding that they are inherent to our humanity. By acknowledging our efforts, learning from mistakes, and fostering a compassionate self-dialogue, we pave the way for genuine personal development. Subscribing and activating the bell will keep you informed about more insights on embracing a Stoic mindset. Let's explore the art of self-reflection and self-compassion in our pursuit of continuous improvement. Focusing on delivering with confidence, you're entangled in a web of over-analysis, where the fear of perceived inadequacy overshadows genuine effort. This relentless internal scrutiny instead of acting as a motivator, can become a deterrent. It can hinder spontaneity, reduce creativity, and even impact overall well-being. The excitement of starting a new endeavor or the joy of completing a task can quickly be clouded by the persistent voice that asks, "Was it good enough?" Embedded within this challenge is a Stoic reflection by Marcus Aurelius. The universe changes, our life is what our thoughts make it. If our thoughts are perpetually critical, our reality mirrors that negativity. But if we can manage to harness our thoughts, we have the power to reshape our reality. Breaking free from this cycle of self-criticism involves recognizing and challenging these self-deprecating thoughts. It's about understanding the difference between wanting to improve and unnecessarily pulling oneself down. It might help to consider whether you would subject a friend to the same level of criticism you apply to yourself. Often, we are our own harshest critics. Fostering a mindset of growth, where mistakes are seen as stepping stones and not stumbling blocks, can pave the way for healthier self-assessment. By celebrating small victories and understanding that the path to success is often non-linear, we can navigate our journey with a balanced perspective, embracing both our accomplishments and areas for improvement. Subscribing and activating the bell will keep you informed about more insights on embracing a Stoic mindset. Let's explore the art of self-reflection, self-compassion, and the path to genuine personal development. That was a wonderful exploration of various aspects that shape our experiences and perceptions, emphasizing the importance of cultivating a mindset of growth, compassion, and understanding. Reflecting on our internal and external conversations and being mindful of the subjects that can distort our vision is a valuable insight. Thank you for sharing this enlightening journey, and I appreciate the invitation to pause, introspect, and evaluate the narratives that influence our lives. It's a reminder to foster a community of growth, understanding, and mutual support. Until our next philosophical venture, may you always tread the path less traveled, the Stoic way.